Hello and welcome to my channel. I have before you the ephemera pack from the Spellbinders card kit of the month from December 2020. So this one's almost a year old now and it's called Heart Hands. I thought it would be quickest to just first lay all of these out so that I can show you all of the little bits. And one of the nice things that I really like about the Spellbinders ephemera pack is that it's always a very eclectic mix. You never know what you're gonna get. Some things are gonna be straight out of left field, but sometimes that's kind of nice because they're gonna be the sorts of elements that might be harder to find as a stamp or as a sticker or piece of embellishment. And so I like it for that reason. And the other thing that I think is also kind of neat about the kit is that, or their ephemera pack specifically, is that usually there will be a very, wide range or mix of things, but generally you'll find some things that are grouped together in a sort of theme. So, take for example, we've got some floral sprays here, a couple different die cuts here that are florals. We've got a couple of animals, so we've got some moths, we have a couple owls, a bird. We've got some stationary kind of things, so envelopes, we've got a fountain pen. This is like an India ink bottle, paper clips, clipboard, policy envelope, other envelopes. I mean, these are not actual envelopes, but die cut elements. And there's some art stuff here, so paint tubes, paint brushes, paint swatches, some things out of left field, so tigers, a couple different tigers. And then there's some musical stuff. So then we've got like a record, like vinyl record in its sleeve, an old cassette player that's got the ribbon pulled out, so no one's gonna be listening to that. And then an old sort of like a phonograph, or is that what it's called? Or something. What's this called? Now I have to look that up. But one of these kind of old-timey sort of record player. So lots and lots of different stuff there, and then like some fashion stuff too, so kind of haberdashery sort of things. So the dress form, like fabric, scissors, hat, sunglass, and gloves. And one thing that I thought was interesting, where is it? Oh, here. These I thought were so weird. I thought, are these just like leftover cuts from something that just didn't cut cleanly, or there were just like leftover pieces? Well, these are rather intentional actual die cut elements, and what they are, I figured out, is um aged tape. So my clue was this. See these little bouquets, they have like a stretch of little tape across them, as if somebody had like taped this down into a journal or a notebook. And so you can take any of these elements, like these floral elements, they actually don't have that little piece of tape across them. Well, if you wanted, you could place a piece of tape and it's nicely yellowed as if it's been aged, and make it appear as though that's been taped down onto your journal. So I feel like this set, especially with some of the stationery like things, some of the vintagey look, would be really good for things like junk journals or albums or things like that, where maybe you're looking for to build up some collage elements, and you could take any of these things and just apply this like kind of faux strip of tape onto it. So let's say you want to take your sentiment and make it appear as though you've just taped that onto your page. You can just put a little thing of tape right across there. So really super cute. And in fact, they do have some sentiments like this here. it does have like a little stretch of tape on one side, which might be a little hard to see, but I just think it's it's these little details that are just so adorable. And it's really like fun, all the things that they've included, and it's just kind of neat how you can like fit it all together. And this, for example, again has that little bit of tape that makes it look like it's just kind of taped down to your page. Same with this one here. It's just got like a little bit of blue tape at the top. So then you could take a tag like this, and if you wanted, put a stretch of tape across this as well. Maybe tape the corners like that. How fun, right? So, it's details like these that I just think are so fun, and one of the really awesome things about their ephemera packs. These die cuts, they are paperweight, and that makes them great for sort of collaging up if you wanted to create a nice little collage for a focal image, to build up, a focal image on your card. And I just like that they always give you such a wide variety of things, because a lot of these things seem like they're kind of out in left field, but if it's the perfect thing for somebody, a card that you're making for somebody, it's great when you find it in here, because if it's like that eclectic, you're probably not very likely to come upon it elsewhere. And so I just think it's fun that they've included so many interesting elements, and that little aged tape detail is just it's so fun. It's like the smallest little thing, but it really can help you bring some of these other pieces in line with some of those elements that already have that aged tape aspect to them. So lots and lots of little die cuts here. Some of these do have little, kind of those little pips, that hang off the edge when you don't get like a super clean die cut. But if that bugs you, you can always just sand that down so that you get a nice smooth edge. So that's pretty easy to do. But honestly, I think it's the sort of thing that will hardly get noticed also. So you could just use it as is, and no one would be the wiser. So set that all aside. Okay, so now getting into the rest of the box. As I mentioned, this is from December of 2020, and the kit is called Heart Hands. This is another one of the kits that I got during their clearance sale, and I was really kind of keeping watch on this one to go on sale, because I just really like, that sort of, heart hand die cut. So you'll get a set of dies that lets you create those hands. And on the back of this card is step-by-step instructions on how to recreate that specific card. And in particular, they always step you through how to assemble the dies. So it almost acts as sort of an instruction sheet in that way. Then in terms of the solid color cardstock that we get, always a nice full sheet of gold mirror card. And then I can't tell if this is black or just really, I think it's black. I thought maybe it might be a dark navy, but that's probably black. And then we get some nice, I think these are meant to be kind of different skin tones. These three here, so because you've got like a peachy skin tone, like a mid-tone, a light, and a dark, not really dark, but kind of. And then I think this is just white. So some different options for skin tones for your hands, and then some nice pastel kind of colors there. So that's our color palette. Then we've got a 6x6 paper pad. It is paperweight, single-sided. get 40 sheets, and there are 20 unique designs, so you'll have 2 of each design. So this first one, well, initially I thought maybe it was kind of sign language, but it's not. It's kind of got some spot foiling on there, and it does have sort of the heart hands, and it's just hands in different configurations and hearts, strewn in there. And then I always like their papers because there's a nice mix of, just some very basic patterns that can be used, always outside of this kit and the theme of the kit. And then there's some that are nice patterns, and then you always get some spot foiled sheets as well, like this one. So here's a nice basic paper that can be used. And of course the solid color cardstock matches really well. And these are like really small little ditty flowers. And this one are little embroidery hoops. Oh, that's a really nice pattern. It's kind of a wallpaper. Oh yeah, here's one that's kind of some of the stationery elements that we got in the ephemera pack. So they always relate back, which is nice, because when you're building your card, just having some different themed elements that repeat can be nice. And oh, that's the one that we got on the inspiration sheet there. This is a full scene here, so that's kind of nice. Oh, here's some of the craft supplies. So the ink, the paint, scissors, fountain pen, paintbrushes, another nice basic pattern, peace sign, and then we're back to the beginning. So really nice, and it's kind of a subdued color palette too, which is kind of nice as well. Then this is kind of cool. This is actually just different. I think they're all different. These are just tags, and they even have like the hole reinforcer. So if you're into your junk journaling, these are kind of cool because they are sort of the old time kind of receipt or ledger paper that looks to be kind of cut down into a tag. So you get a variety, all sorts of different shaped and sizes of tags, and I like that they even have that detail of the hole reinforcer. So yeah, they're all different. Really, really, really cool. So definitely great for collaging, and I think this kit is really perfect for junk journaling. I've never done it myself, but I always watch videos of other people doing junk journals, and I love it. I just think it's amazing. And these are chipboard stickers, so they're a little bit thicker, and they, I think, already have adhesive on the back, so you get kind of 2 sheets of that. Some of these elements coordinate back to some of the ephemera pack that we got. So a little policy envelope. There's your tiger. So this is kind of like the slides, film slides. That's sort of what it looks like to me. So that's really cool. And then we get these, I think they're puffy stickers, alphabet stickers. So we get the full alphabet. Some letters are repeats, which is nice because you probably are the letters that you would use a lot. And you get the numbers as well, and a few multiples there too. So that's kind of cool. So we have that, and then we have some basic card making supplies that they always include, which are your card bases. I think you get 10 and 10 matching envelopes in US A2 size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then they always give us some foam squares and double-sided adhesive, a mini roll of that. So really nice that you're going to be able to start crafting with this kit right away. And this is a packet of sequins, and it looks, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So it looks like there's two sizes. You've got your sort of standard size sequins and then these like little itty bitty mini ones. That's adorable. And I love the look of the mix of them. That's really cool. Very, very cool. I think it's just the two sizes. Is there a third size? No, I think it's just the two. That's really nice. I like that pack. And then the last couple things are the stamp and die set. So really, really cool. You have the silhouette here and a nice little frame stamp here as well. The sentiment in the center here says, to a beautiful soul who brings light with her smile. And that is a separate stamp, it looks like. So you can use this oval frame separately from that sentiment, and you could stamp some of these other things in there. I'm guessing the bust here might fit in the middle there as well. And I think this is a stamp version of sort of that tape detail. Like, that's just so cool. You are the best. Hello, lovely. For you, a little note. So that's really nice. And then the reason why I was so interested in this kit is for this die set, because I just think it's really neat to have the heart hands shape. And you get two. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll deal with that later. I'll just cover that up. But there are two dies. So you have this die plate will cut both hands in the heart shape. So this will be your hands in it. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like the little pinky, that die cuts out separately altogether. Oh, that's interesting. So you get both hands, oops, with that, and then this is looks kind of like a glove because it's got sort of the sleeve or cuff at the end here, but you would kind of layer these on top of one another, so that gets you the outline like you see here. So it has that black outline. That's the larger one with the little sort of cuff here, and then this die cut would layer right on top of there. So you can see why that little pinky is a separate element, because there is that black outline that kind of goes right in between those two fingers. So that creates your heart hands, and then in addition to that, we get a couple other dies. So this looks like it coordinates with you are the best, so you can stamp and die cut out that sentiment. And then we have two kind of leafy sort of sprigs, or like maybe a little floral spray, and what they're showing here is that you can layer them, tile them, to create borders, to create just little extra decorative elements, and they are different from each other, so you get a little bit of randomness there as well. So really lovely die set, and pretty cute, I think. Very vintage feeling. So that is the Spellbinders Heart Hands kit, and I got this when it was on clearance for $20. Last time I checked, it's still at that price point. So if you are interested in this kit, I'll leave a link to it, if it is still available, in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!